This is THV 11 News at 6.
Hello, and thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Faith Woodard.
And I'm Brooke Buckner. Tonight, a former detective with the Bryant Police Department is suing the chief of police and the mayor for allegedly firing her after raising concerns about another officer.
THV 11 investigates. Tanya Motorzitsky got her hands on the lawsuit and breaks down what it alleges.
In a lawsuit filed last week, former Detective Shanna Hastings accuses Bryant Police Chief Carl Minden and Mayor Chris Street of violating her free speech and the Whistleblower Act. According to court documents, the allegations stem from a July encounter when Hastings says she raised concerns about a captain and their alleged ties to the Bandidos motorcycle gang. Hastings says she went to Chief Minden, cited several incidents involving the captain and the gang, and requested an investigation. In the lawsuit, Hastings says she was told her concerns, quote, reflected a lack of trust in her chain of command. The court documents show that an official investigation was launched in mid-July and Hastings was interviewed during that process. According to the lawsuit, Chief Minden later presented Hastings with a termination letter that was signed off by Mayor Treat, an action the lawsuit calls retaliatory. When we asked the mayor's office for a statement, they said in a text they have not been served yet and have 30 days to respond once it happens. We asked Bryant PD for a comment. They directed me to the city attorney, but we have not heard back. We also reached out to Hastings' attorney, Matt Engel, who sent us a statement that says, in part, the facts detailed in the complaint demonstrate that Detective Hastings fulfilled her professional duty to report suspected wrongdoing. The integrity of the judicial process demands that the facts be tested under oath, not filtered through social media. I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
Now, we also reached out to Bandidos Motorcycle Club on Facebook and have not heard back. You can read the entire lawsuit on THV11.com. And new here at 6, we're learning this man, 26-year-old Devontae Clay, has been convicted of murder in the 2023 death of 2 North Little Rock teens. It happened back in May of 2023 when the two were found near Highway 161. Clay was arrested in July 2024 and now faces 50 years for each murder charge, plus an additional 10 years for a firearms enhancement on each charge. The court ordered the sentences to run consecutively, resulting in a total of 120 years.
Clear skies out there tonight. We're cooling off quickly here in the capital city. Off a high today in the middle to upper 40s. Won't be nearly as cold in the morning, but it was certainly cold this morning where we bottomed out at 17. Beautiful shot of the state capitol. Also happening tonight, the Hanukkah Parade, which is happening out west. It will travel up 6:30. This is what you can expect temperature-wise in the 30s. And they might even cool off into the lower 30s by 10 o'clock tonight. Outside, it's 36 in Little Rock, 45 in Fort Smith, 34 over in Jonesboro, all under mainly clear skies. We will see a clear sky tonight with our low temperature falling back into the upper 20s. Should not be as cool tomorrow. High temperatures in the 50s will return to normal and even get a little above that by your Wednesday and Thursday. We do have another weather maker on the way that will bring those rain chances Thursday, of which we will talk about here in just a few minutes.
We want to give the money to the people and let the people buy their own great health care. And they'll save a lot of money and it'll be great.
That's President Trump on Friday when asked why he prefers to not extend the current Affordable Care Act tax credits, favoring a system that sends money directly to individuals rather than to insurance companies. It's left millions nationwide left to wonder what's next for the status of their insurance and left those on Capitol Hill in a time crunch to figure it all out.
If Congress doesn't act to extend the subsidies by the new year, millions of Americans and thousands of Arkansans may face higher costs. And tonight, THV 11's Maya Ellison takes a closer look at what the group's helping people here navigate the coming changes.
What we've heard is just, I don't know how to stay covered or keep my family covered if I'm going to have to pay $2,000 more a month.
That's the concern for more than 140,000 Arkansans who rely on Affordable Care Act premium tax credits to afford health insurance. And those credits, which lower monthly insurance bills, are set to expire after the Senate failed to pass 2 health care bills last week.
The Congressional Budget Office estimates that about 4 million Americans could lose coverage if these premium tax credits aren't extended. And so thousands of Arkansans are at risk of losing coverage.
So what are premium tax credits? According to the IRS, they're refundable credits designed to help individuals and families pay for health insurance purchased through the Affordable Care Act, essentially lowering monthly premiums. Without that assistance, experts say families are left to make difficult financial choices.
This is going to have a huge impact on lower to middle income families who aren't eligible for Medicaid but don't have other coverage options. So these are people who are buying insurance.
Camille Rishu says that loss of help impacts thousands of Arkansans. Just take a look at this example provided by Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families. A mother of 3 saw her monthly premium jump from $62 to about $404. Or another family seeing their premium increase from $19 to over $3,000. So basically, the coverage stays the same, the cost does not.
This is going to have a huge impact on lower to middle income families who aren't eligible for Medicaid but don't have other coverage options.
We at THV 11 received a statement from Senator Tom Cotton. It says in part that, quote, healthcare premiums are rising because Obamacare is not affordable. CBS News reports that lawmakers in Washington say negotiations are ongoing. And if no agreement is reached, some families could see their monthly insurance costs double starting in January.
Even small gaps in coverage can be catastrophic for families. Everybody benefits from more people having insurance coverage. And the flip side of that is that we all hurt whenever few of us have insurance coverage.
In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Those steep increases the advocates mentioned apply to people above certain income levels. People who qualify for Medicaid are still eligible for subsidies, and cheaper plans may be available that you can afford without them. So if you're looking at a big bill, talk to an insurance agent or those advocates. They can help you shop around. And now the House will vote on a GOP plan this week that would allow small businesses to join together to purchase insurance for employees, but it does not extend Affordable Care Act subsidies.
More signs of outrage on display after a neo-Nazi group appeared in Little Rock earlier this month. A mostly left-leaning group gathered outside the state capitol for what they called an anti-fascist rally. About a dozen members gathered at the state capitol Saturday, 1 week after about a dozen people from the out-of-state neo-Nazi group Blood Tribe appeared in the same spot. Social media posts captured that group as they went from Little Rock Central High to the Capitol on December 3rd. Police cited their driver for hauling them in a moving van and made the group find their own transportation. Still, this weekend's protesters wanted to reinforce the outrage many felt around the city.
The goal here is to gain more people out yelling about it. Like, people are upset in their homes, and like, that's not effective because if the Nazis are coming out to march through our neighborhoods with guns and our response is silence, then that number of Nazis grows, and we can't have that.
Police said the members of the group on December 3rd who had weapons had permits for them. Kate says they plan to hold more rallies in the future.
And tonight we're hearing more from Chabad, a Jewish center in Northwest Arkansas, after the terror attack in Australia yesterday. They released a statement saying in part, quote, "This is not about Jews alone, not about politics, territory, or geography. What we are witnessing is a challenge to the very foundations of civilized society." Authorities say 15 people were killed and dozens more were injured in the shooting. They also say the gunman, identified as a father and son, used high-powered rifles. And you may have seen this video. In it, you can see a bystander risk his life to wrestle the rifle from one of the gunmen and receive praise from the president for doing so.
A very, very brave person, actually, who went and attacked frontally one of the shooters and saved a lot of lives. So, very brave person who's right now in the hospital.
The shooting has sent shockwaves through the Jewish community around the world and led to Australian Prime Minister to call for strong, decisive gun law reform.
And in the wake of the tragedy, communities here at home are coming together in unity and reflection. As tonight in Little Rock, the annual Hanukkah Unity Parade of Light and Love rolls through the city, marking the second night of the holiday. The parade got underway just a few minutes ago near Chenal and Bowman, home to Arkansas's largest menorah. Organizers say people can participate from the comfort of their cars as the parade spreads light and love across the city, ending at the Clinton Presidential Library. And still to come here at 6, a look at all the holiday shipping deadlines you need to know, when you will officially be out of time to send your last-minute gifts.
Stepping out tonight, you'll need the big coats and jackets, but a warming trend is on the way. We'll talk about how warm we're going to get in your forecast coming up.